Holes, the hero's journey, 12 steps. Stage 1 is status quo. Normal everyday existence, no conflict, life as usual, everything's peaceful, calm and ordered. There is no problems yet in the story. For status quo, we see the family sitting around the table. We have Stanley 2, 3 and 4 and Stanley's mum talking about the curse that's befallen her family. Stage 2 is a call to adventure. A serious situation emerges that threatens life in the ordinary world. Something changes and the hero is chosen.
Destiny is sealed.
In Holes, this stage happens when Stanley is walking along and a pair of shoes fall from a bridge into his hands. Very soon he's picked up by the police and he ends up in court. Stage 3 is where the hero refuses the call, tries to avoid doing what they need to do, or they get some assistance, or both. In Holes, Stanley doesn't refuse the call because he chose to go there, but his first assistant is Mr. Pedanski. In Stage 5, the hero finds some trials and passes the first threshold from what they know to something new. In Holes, this means Stanley's first hole is dug, and he realizes just how hard it is, despite the fact that all the boys make it look easy and they seem very comfortable there. For him it's very difficult and very different to his life back at home. Stage 4 is where the hero departs, and quite often they discover a mentor along the way, so they're going to the new place.
I feel really
in Holes, Stanley doesn't depart anywhere, but he's meeting what will become his assistant or his guide in Zero. And then in this scene we see that Stanley does depart. So Zero has already escaped, and in this scene Stanley steals the truck, and then we see him almost being stopped here by Mr. Sir, and ultimately he'll go ahead and crash the truck into a hole, which will then force him to abandon the truck, and then he will be alone in the desert and have to face some certain trials of home. Stage 6 is where we approach the big battle. We work out who our enemies are and who our allies are along the way, who will help us in the next journey. For Stanley, the ally will be Zero, who we just see appearing here under the boat, and he's approaching his big battle. He's approaching the mountain, and Zero will be his ally in getting up the mountain. Stage 7 is the crisis, or the crises, the tests and the challenges. So this is where the hero is put to the test in one way or another. So the trial or the test or the crises or crisis here is Stanley and Zero have to climb all the way up God's Thumb Mountain, and they help each other, and towards the end Stanley will help Zero get all the way to the top of the mountain, which will fulfill the prophecy, which will allow him to. Stage 8 is entering the innermost cave and collecting or learning the treasure, which we have in inverted commas, because it could be a character trait, it could be bravery, or it could actually be a weapon that will be used in an actual battle. And here we see entering the innermost cave. So it's quite dark, it's bluish, obviously it's twilight or becoming night now, but it is quite different to the mountain that they've been climbing up and the desert they've been walking through, which is sunny. The treasure here is that, having brought Zero to the top of the mountain, he's broken the perceived curse on himself, or the real curse, and in some small way the treasure is the water that they're drinking and the onions that they will go to eat, which will give them enough energy to then return back to camp and face the real problem, which is the camp officials, so the warden, Mr. Sir. Stage 10 is the return or the resurrection. Quite often it appears as though the hero has died, or at least some people in the story believe that they have died, and then they will return to continue the story. So for Stanley and Zero, the people back at camp have already written them off as dead. They believe that there's no way they'd survive in the desert. Everyone knows that there's no food and no water out there. It doesn't rain ever at Camp Green Lake, and so people assume they are dead. In this scene we see them returning to camp, and the initial response will be shock and surprise that they're even alive. Stage 9 is the showdown or the result. So the big battle takes place and is resolved. So in this case, the big battle is more of a talking battle. No one actually throws any punches or anything like that. But the officials are found out to be false. It begins to rain, which shows that the curse has been broken. And this sets up for the finale. Stage 11 is new life or returning with the elixir. So quite often this is the world has been saved, everything goes back to normal, the meteor that was going to hit the earth has been stopped, and the heroes have something that will protect it in the future. In Holes, everything returning to normal means that all the kids get to go free, and the treasure is very clearly, or the elixir is very clearly this trunk of treasure. Stage 12 is the resolution. So the heroes are improved, they're changed, and now they get some sort of a reward, a prize, after returning the elixir or making use of the elixir. So in this case we see two different storylines. Zero meets his mother, and they're reunited happily. And then we also see the Yelnats family living in a mansion. They've manufactured sploosh and they're advertising it, and they've come into
Camp Green Lake was closed.
Zero lives across the street, I believe they say. And basically everything's happy.
Lake will be reopened
they're
soon.
living life well, they're not in an apartment.
At least they won't have to worry about
There's no
lizards
criminal
anymore.
record,
Just as long
everything's
as
all
the girls
good.
eat lots of onions.
They live happily ever after.
It's showtime!